What's up, everybody? I'm KJ, aka Blue is Sus, and welcome to AFK Next, presented by AFK and Community. Here we discuss all things HBCU esports, gaming, and entertainment. Our goal is to represent and inspire minority communities to explore opportunities in STEAM and tech through informative and positive content. So, who's got next? League founders Ryan and Chris stopped by to talk about community and the first season of the HBCU Esports League. Let's press start. We're here with Ryan Johnson and Chris PA broadcasting from Access Replay right here in Atlanta. They're the founders of nonprofit organization Cxmmunity, which aims to diversify the gaming and tech landscape. Recently, they started the Tech for COVID stream, which aims to benefit students in the Atlanta area with laptops for remote learning. They've worked with some of the biggest names from Offset to Jeezy, even Tariq Cohen from the Chicago Bears. And recently, they were featured in Forbes and The Verge to discuss the reason we're all here right now, the HBCU Esports League and weekly broadcast. Did I cover everything, guys? You've done a lot.
You got it all. Because actually, when you said it, I was like, oh, some of that stuff actually did happen.
Yeah, right. No, you're natural.
Can't forget the journey. So getting right into it, for anybody that's new to the stream or just like unfamiliar with you guys, give us some more on what Cxmmunity is. Let us know like your values, your mission. Let us know what we're missing.
Yeah, for sure. So Cxmmunity, as you said, like the whole purpose is to increase the participation of minorities in the esports and video game space. We look at ourselves as the leader in the esports career pipeline for students of color in North America. So like the 3 C's that we've always kind of lived on is collaboration, consistency, and then confidence. Like really empowering young Black and brown students to venture into new spaces, to, try new ideas and really learn new concepts. Our whole thing is really turning Black consumers into Black creators when it comes to working in the video game space.
I'd say the biggest thing is just creating equitable opportunities for just Black creators and Black entrepreneurs within the tech space.
Cool. So if anybody's watching, they're already here on Twitch, so the community is partnered with Twitch to create an HBCU Esports League, which is the first of its kind. So before we get into the backstory of the actual and the details, let's talk about why HBCUs in particular are the focus of this league.
So both Chris and myself are HBCU graduates. And so living here in Atlanta, it kind of just brought forth like what the esports industry really is and like the big opportunities that exist. So for those who may be a little bit unfamiliar, like it's projected by the end of this year, it's going to be a $165 billion a year industry. And so in North America, there's a little over 220 predominantly white institutions or PWIs that have esports programs, clubs, and or curriculum or scholarships in some way, shape, or form. And around this time last year within the HBCU ecosystem, there was one, being Morehouse College. So now where Chris and I came in is like, we want to focus on HBCUs because we know that gaming is so strong. Like going to those schools, you already know what's going on in the dorms, what's going on in like the student centers. So it was like, this was just an opportunity to organize that, turn it competitive, and then bring all the schools together to compete, as you see with a lot of other collegiate professional organizations.
Yeah, like you said, they're already doing it. And then some little bit of background data found that about 83% of African-American millennials play video games on a day-to-day basis. But then when you look at the video game workforce on a much larger spectrum, only 2% of African-Americans make up that professionals that are working within the space. So that's one of the biggest disparities that we're looking to overcome. And so that's why the HBCU Esports League.
So yeah, you bring up HBCUs. I'm an HBCU grad myself, so I definitely know being in the dorms. I don't know how many times I've walked past people that were supposed to be in class still paying on Xbox and PlayStation. So it's dope to have a league that focuses on HBCUs. So back to those details and those backstories of the actual league. When and how did the idea for the league start?
At least from my perspective, the idea started when we were in college. Going to Oakwood, like me and my friends would always talk about like, it would be dope if we could have like an HBCU like 2K tournament or like Halo tournament or Call of Duty, whatever. So it's always just kind of been in our brain. But then right around the time, I would say in March, April, May of this year, when we started like the whole Tech for Good campaign, and then we started to get more involved with Twitch, that's when it became more of a reality. Just because, once you had the proper support and the proper infrastructure to then do it all and put it together, and then mind you, COVID, right? So when COVID took out a lot of traditional sports, a lot of the sports conferences, especially like the SIAC, CIAA, SWAC, MEAC, they're trying to figure out exactly like how do they activate and still provide athletic opportunities to their students. And so I would say between a mixture of COVID and then also a mixture of a lot of what's going on with the protests and things of that nature, it put this spotlight on the HBCU and Black community that, very rarely is shown. And it was just the perfect time, the perfect storm, essentially, to kind of execute and bring this whole thing to life.
Cool. So we know your names, Ryan and Chris. We don't know what you do exactly. We know that you guys are involved with community, but like tell us your roles and anyone else who may be involved in this inaugural season of this HBCU Esports League.
So my role is founder and CEO of community. So just really working a lot more on partnerships and overall direction of the organization. I'll let Chris go.
Yeah, so my role is co-founder and head of marketing. So on a day-to-day, I'm just looking to do different activations and kind of activate our brand partners and just create as much content around the brand as possible.
And then also we have Julian, who does our VP of programming. So he leads all of our K through 12 initiatives as well as like internal operations. And we have 5 interns that make up our stream team. So basically students that are streaming on Twitch, they take their content, they edit it, and they redistribute that content on social media. And then also John Cash, who's an adjunct professor at Johnson C. Smith University in Charlotte, North Carolina, where he's actually teaching the first accredited esports course that started this past spring, and he's actively teaching. He's actually teaching it tonight, this Tuesday. That's when his class happens at JCSU. So that's like the core team. But then when you look at the league holistically, Access Replay is our partner from a production standpoint. So we do all of our broadcasts, live here out of Atlanta. We bring all of our hosts here to the studio. And then also another agency called Game Breakers that focuses a lot with the student activations.
Dope. So for students, you guys have an interesting story where you kind of use the power of social media, the things that, we've always been told we spend too much time on. You guys have used the power of social media to connect to a ton of people. So my question for you is, for students who are looking, especially during COVID when we're not, supposed to be around as many people, how can they look to connect in these online spaces and then reconnect IRL when it's time to, start making moves? Like, what was that journey for you all, and what advice can you give to students now?
I would say for us, it's Discord, right? Once we started to get student interest, we just started an HBCU Esports Discord server, and basically have been adding to it for the last 2.5, maybe 3 months now. So we started with 7 students, and now we have 100 and some change. I can't even remember the exact number, but that's really the community part of it is because there's a lot of students, hypothetically speaking, that don't just want to game or be on the esports team. Some of them want to represent the institution through media correspondence. Some of them just want to be fans. Some of them want to volunteer. So we have this Discord server where we bring everybody together, and then we segment people kind of based on availability or pure interest.
So you guys made the connection with Asante, you guys lead commissioner, through LinkedIn. Is there any advice for making those professional connections through a Twitter, a LinkedIn, an Instagram?
I say just use it.
I learned that from Ryan. Ryan, when I met, was on LinkedIn every single day, and then now I'm on LinkedIn. And literally, our most recent activation with BTLR and 300 Entertainment came from LinkedIn, and I was just a straight cold call. So, like I said, just use it.
Before we get out of here, 2 more questions. I want to know the influence of celebrity on esports and how you all have been able to make that connection authentically. Like we mentioned, Offset has been part of you guys' streams. Jeezy, Tariq Cohen, you guys have had a ton of recognizable, huge names within your streams. How do you guys make those connections, and how do you connect them authentically?
Honestly, it's just the purpose, right? I think once people hear the story of why they are asked to participate, it's very low-hanging fruit. A lot of hip-hop artists, whether they went to college themselves or they had family that went to college, a lot of them come from Black communities, but also either have relatives or friends that also went to HBCUs. So it's that low-hanging fruit to then say that we can work with someone not in their career, because when we work with Offset and Jeezy, it's never around the music per se, right? It's around kind of a passion or a general interest. So that's the authentic approach, is that we're meeting them at something that they're truly interested in and not just asking them to appear and show up for a certain amount of time. So that's what I say has been the most genuine piece, is what Chris was saying yesterday with Downtown Locker Room, 300 Entertainment. We even had T Grizzly and Soulja Boy were part of the stream yesterday. And just to think that for back in May when we really weren't doing any streams with any celebrities to then working with some of the people you named, some of the folks that we've now got engaged with. It's growing slowly but surely, and then it's kind of just like that word of mouth momentum that's happening right now.
Yeah, I also want to give a shout out to Soldier Boy and T Grizzly both, because our intern ended up on the stream with T Grizzly as part of like the team in Warzone, and then like after that tournament, T Grizzly reached out and was like, "Hey, join me on Among Us," and so like literally from like I would say like 4 o'clock to about 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, our intern is playing with T Grizzly. So now they're like, it's just like gaming just brought them together authentically.
That's amazing. And Among Us is a great game. We're not even going to get into the plug for that. So the last question that I think is pretty fun. So when everything is done, you guys have completed the entire game metaphorically, all the side missions are finished, 100% completion. What does the look like?
A self-sustaining property, and kind of look at it in my mind as you would look at kind of like an NBA or NFL or NCAA, kind of like a franchise where year by year it's seasons broken into first half of the season. So like non-conference play, conference play, leading into a championship series that culminates with like a national champion. And then again, that would be surrounded with like career fairs, physical and virtual career fairs, internship opportunities, creating scholarship programs, creating academic programs. So the whole point of it is to be like a self-sustaining operation within after the first like 2 or 3 years.
I mean, we're super excited for it. We're having fun so far. Want to thank you guys for coming through. Had so much fun talking to you all, and good luck with everything.
I would appreciate it.
Thank you.
See y'all. Before the break, we can't let you get out of here without introducing you to League Commissioner Asante Gadsden. Asante is a 2018 graduate of Atlanta's premier all-male HBCU, Morehouse College. Gadsden created the first official HBCU Esports Club as a student at Morehouse that competed within TESPA, formerly operated by Activision Blizzard. Community connected with Asante via LinkedIn and built a relationship that blossomed into a weekly HBCU Esports League broadcast through a partnership with Twitch. When asked about his goal for the league, he expressed a desire to create a sustainable esports league that brings educational and financial benefits to our member HBCUs and their students. Thanks for all your hard work, Asante. Welcome back to Next, presented by AFK and Community. You good? Good. Tell your folks I said what's up. Hey, did you know that there are 10 HBCUs competing in the first season? And get this, the list is still growing. We'll continue to update you as more schools are added. In the meantime, let's get some love in the chat to show some respect for all the amazing HBCUs for their participation and their representation. While we're here, I have to take some time to give a special shout out to the AUC and the city of Atlanta. With the help of forward thinkers like Ryan, Chris, and Asante, Atlanta continues to position itself as one of the most culturally significant cities in the world. We're so true to Atlanta that we produce and shoot this show right here in Midtown. Community is also based in the city, along with several other companies at the forefront of gaming and esports. We love you, Atlanta. In the words of the great prophet Big Boy, we actually can't say that, but Google it, kids. Moving on to talks of high hopes and high scores, I sat down with the captains from Oakwood University and Morgan State University to discuss their aspirations for the future of esports.
What's up, guys? Glad to be here.
How you doing,
I'm glad to be here, honored. Doing all right, how are you?
Cool. All right, so let's get right into it. To compete in a league like this, or just any esports league, you have to be some sort of a gamer. So I gotta know, how'd you get into this? In terms of what game really got you hooked into it. For me, the first game I ever played was a little Mario Kart. So I gotta know, what got you hooked into gaming?
The first game that got me into gaming, gotta be the God of War series. My cousins, they got me into it. And I realized how fun games were. Then obviously went to Call of Duty, then Call of Duty just took over my life. So probably those two games that got me gaming the most.
For me, it was Mario Kart as well. But then my little brother wanted to play Call of Duty, and I was like, nah, the game's gonna be boring. Then I started playing it, and now that's my favorite game of all.
Dope. So how long can you both of you say you've been gaming? Give us like a ballpark.
Few years.
Years. Let's see, like 10? 10 maybe?
Basically half your life. That's dope. Cool.
For sure. I've been like 3-4 years.
Okay, cool. So a bit of a new gamer, but knowing your way around, especially to be able to compete. So how do you even learn about an HBCU league? Like, are you walking around campus, you see a flyer, do you hear it in the dorms or like in the CAF? Like, how do you even hear about this?
It was actually funny. Ryan actually hit me up. He kind of like the, like ahead of this kind of in a way. But he hit me up. He was like, hey, bro, I know you play Call of Duty and stuff like that. You think you'd be interested in this? I looked into it. I said, oh, that's tough, HBCU League, So I signed up, and, I do enjoy it a lot. It's pretty fun. But shout out to Ryan, for putting me on. So
For Morgan, since we're not really on campus, I am from home. They sent out an email and they posted on the Instagram. I was like, oh, Call of Duty, that sounds fun. E-League at school? Why not? And then I was the only girl, so it was like even better. Yeah.
I kind of want to get into that. This is definitely off script right now, but to be a lady in esports, and especially Call of Duty, which is a very male-dominated league, like how is it to be fully seated in this as a captain and go full force with this?
It was interesting at first because, like, my other teammates, I don't really know them, but they were, like, doubting that I was going to be good because I'm a girl. And the other captains as well. They're like, she's a girl, what? Nah, she's not going to be any good. So it was interesting. And then proving them wrong, helping the team come in second place was really great. And being a girl was just, like, they expect you to, like, not be as good as them ever as in a game like Call of Duty.
We know that esports leagues, clubs, competitions have existed in PWIs, and for anyone watching, a PWI is a predominantly white institution. So these have been instituted at PWIs and at the high school level for a long time, but now we're getting to see it in the HBCU community. So how does it feel to have this opportunity as an HBCU student?
Honestly, it's cool. Like, it's amazing to see that, our community can come together, and start competing in our own league, start making our own thing. I like that, and how Unison we came together. I think it's really cool. It's really dope. Like, we actually have our own league, like, compete and stuff.
Yeah, I never thought that I was, like, coming to college I would play in a league. So being able to do so at Morgan State, it's really fun. It's not something I saw myself doing, but now once I'm in it, it's like I cannot see myself not doing it. It's a great opportunity for everyone on campus and stuff like that.
So what are some things that you hope to get out of this first year? We're learning a lot as we move through the season. We're seeing a lot. What are some things that you hope to get out of this first year, not only for your team and hopefully a win, but for yourself personally in your own development?
Probably a little more exposure and a lot more connections with people, in the gaming, world, like Twitch and stuff like that. Just to get my name out there, honestly. It's starting out slowly. People starting to recognize who I am. But just for my team and myself to get recognition and respect from everybody, and have Oakwood grow on the map of the HBCU tournaments and stuff like that.
What are you looking forward to this season, Daphne, for just yourself, not just for your team to get a win, but for some personal development this season?
It's all surprise. I'm looking to have fun and getting to know my team.
Dope. So let's get into something fun. Pre-match, we know we watch basketball players all the time. They talk about, what they're listening to before games. I mean, I feel like we all look at this as a sport that needs some hype. So you're about 10 minutes before a match. You need something to get you hyped up, get you in the zone. Who are you like? What's the vibe? Are we heavy R&B right now? Is it hip hop? Who we listening to? What's going on on the playlist before games?
Oh, definitely my boy Drake. No question about it. Especially Views from the Six, favorite album, best album ever. Still Here. That song used to be going crazy. So definitely that song. Best
album is a tough one. I don't know about best album. Take Care still exists. So I feel you.
Yeah, that's true. I hear a lot of people say that too, yeah.
So appreciate you so much, Anthony and Daphne, for stopping by and talking with us. Good luck on the season and good luck in this first year.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
See you later. So we lost Daphne at the end there, but she tells us that she's doing what the rest of us are doing, listening to upbeat music to keep her going. Over the last few weeks of HBCU tournament and battleground matches, we've got a peek into what viewers can expect from this season. So now we bring you our one-up top plays.
Going this way.
No, bruh. Straight. I'm in the bushes. You got self-revive or no? Nah. We good, we good. Oh, shit, he trying to... Oh, they pushing. Where the other one at? Where the other one at? He on top of the building. I marked him. He right behind you. He about to snipe you. He about to snipe you. Where? Turn around. Come here. Damn, boy, get over. You all right? You good. Bust on him. I got 9 bullets left. I gotta reload. Oh my, what? He got you again? Yes. Wait, come here. That was him or no? Was that him or somebody else? That was him. Alright. I'll call you, mate. We straight. That was for Hampton right there, man. Come on. Yes, sir. DTLR, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. We piped up, man. Come on, man. Alright, let me see where we're gonna go.
Into the safe zone. Forza.
Oh, right there. To your right. 2 man.
Yeah, in the street, you see him.
Yeah. There's 2 of them, though, just so you know.
Don't push.
Yeah.
You only saw 2, but you know.
There's 3.
Enemy could be close.
Might be 3. They're bots, bro.
There you go. Double break. Pushing and nade that.
Oh, behind.
Down him, nice.
There you go.
Push and nade the car.
He had a bag on him.
Go crazy. Finish that.
Right here, 2 man. One left, 2 man. Let's go!
That's gonna be enough money to buy everybody.
Yeah, you got a whole team coming at you though, bro. Slide out. There's a whole bag right in front of you. Like dead center. I can't ping it.
Right there.
Oh my god, get the fuck out of there, bro.
Mad break, yeah.
Don't go up. Just ride around here.
MG station marked.
Push up with you then.
He just speared behind this wall.
Yeah, they're coming on the right side of this building.
Alright, 9 meters.
Good stuff.
Got him. So.
Let's get it.
That's the one of y'all kills that I could feel bad.
Nah, don't even worry about it. Kill's a kill.
Yo. Oh man, who picked up the place, man?
Hey, hit the train.
Oh wait, we getting on a train?
Yeah, hella loot on the train.
Oh, hold up.
Like 5, 10 orange boxes.
We can't get armor box as well.
I got an armor box.
Oh really? Oh, alright.
Yeah, I want all the cash.
Alright, you get over there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm grabbing this heli. I'm about to come scoop you off.
Make sure.
They all had didn't know where I was sniping them from.
I gotta go hit Matrix.
Oh wait, you telling me Dota didn't shot back at you?
In this game.
Yeah.
What the fuck, yo?
Gotta hit everyone here. So.
Absolutely, yes sir.
Ooh, what is this pulled up?
Hey, London KQ, thank you. Oh yeah.
M13. Ooh, alright, bet. And the bounce is right over here. Alright.
Center County, they're on the buy.
And we're being hunted.
Oh, see, Grizzly, I really thought I was about to get a sniper kill on a helicopter.
Alright, there you go.
Helicopter coming. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Make sure you don't get shot down, alright?
Pulled up in that helicopter.
Hold on, I see that guy. I see him.
Are they on top of the roof?
No, he running.
Obviously, he running. Wait, is he in that open area? Do you have a... Oh, okay.
You are simply built different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Hey, I'm gonna grab a next bounty.
Bet. Ooh.
Oh, my bad. I had to talk to Haley.
President.
He had a
Hold
C4 coming to the heli. I had to talk him.
Is that loadout clear?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, go ahead. They were in this building. They have not left, it looks like. Trying to figure out what my best option is, bro.
Heartbeat 2 on 32 from north from my position. They're in that back corner.
Okay.
Thermite out. Throwing stun.
26-2. They're stacked right on top of each other. Res.
I'm trying to see if I can get the when it pops out. Crack on you, on Grizzly upstairs.
Wow, those were some sick clips. We hope you enjoyed those one-up top plays from the last few weeks of casual and team play. If you're watching this and think, hey, I have some dope clips that I could share, take a second, hop on over to the community Discord, and maybe yours could appear in the next episode. Now, let's take a look at what you can expect for the next few weeks around the league. If you or someone you know would like to get involved, volunteer, or donate to community and or the HBCU Esports League, reach out to Ryan and Chris by heading over to their website, Cxmmunity.co. That's community with an X and no M on .co. Now, if you thought this was a party, come join us over on Discord, but please, we don't tolerate hateration in this dancery. Word to Mary J. Blige. So please be nice. I'm KJ, and thanks for watching AFK Next, presented by Community and AFK. Somebody just sabotaged comms, so I have to go. Good game.